This is Dick from Carpet Masters. Carpet Masters has been serving the Inland Empire for over 60 years. We are locally owned and operated by the Stevens family. We not only clean carpet and furniture, we clean many loose rugs, including Oriental rugs. Oriental rugs are cleaned in our modern facility where the fringes are cleaned by hand, then hung in our modern facility to dry. We do not use steam cleaning to clean your fine furniture. Furniture is cleaned by hand using the same absorption cleaning used in the White House. Some furniture we bring into our plant to clean properly. We normally use 2 men on each cleaning job using the extraction method. There is nothing that will clean carpet better for our customers. Our job is to clean properly with quality first. Google Carpet Masters San Bernardino and give us a call, or go to carpetmasterssocal.com.
Hey Ryan, do we have any beer in the fridge?
Nah, I thought you got some.
The game starts in 5 minutes.
And you drank the last beer at midnight on Friday.
I wish there was a place that delivered beer.
Yes, I'm Captain Crafted. I'm here to bring you beer. That's Captain, C-R-A-F-T''D. Why? Because there's no E, just a D, as in deliver, because Captain Crafted delivers.
That's right, the Crafted Beer Store in Redlands is now open for business with great prices and deliveries of your favorite beer, wine, spirits, water, ice, and mixers. Did I mention their great prices? That's CRAFTDBEER store.com or Fred Crafted Beer Store on Facebook.com. Make it easy. Google Redlands Beer Delivery. Look for Crafted Beer.
Crafted Beer Store in Redlands is now open for business, and I'm here to deliver.
Now, here's a new concept: digital network advertising, where businesses display your ad inside their building. If a picture's worth 1,000 words, your company is going to thrive with digital network advertising. Choose your marketing sites or jump on the DNA system and advertise with all participants. Your business ad or logo is rotated multiple times an hour inside local businesses where people will discover your company. Digital network advertising. DNA, a novel way to be seen and remembered. Digital network advertising with networks in Redlands and Yucaipa. Call in the 909 area 222-9293 for introductory pricing. That's 909-222-9293 for digital network advertising. One last time, digital network advertising. 909-222-9293. This segment is sponsored by Realtor Tammy Sutherland of Yucaipa and Realty World Premier, where she makes it her business to put happy people in happy homes. Here's what people are saying day after day.
Tammy did way more than we ever expected in a real estate agent. Without Tammy, we would still be renting.
I didn't think we'd ever find a house we loved, but with Tammy's help, we did. Now I get to mow the lawn every weekend. But then again, that's why we had kids. Brandon!
She made so much extra effort to sell our house and make sure that we understood every step of the way. Tammy always had our best interests at heart. I would highly recommend her.
So, if you want your perfect house, you can find Tammy Sutherland at Realty World Premier. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, it's homesbytammy.net or on Facebook at facebook.com/Realtor Tammy Sutherland. You can also reach her by phone at 909-556-2094. That's 909-556-2094.
Do you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes to the IRS? Can't afford to pay? You're not alone. The slow economy has backed many Americans into a financial corner. Here's fantastic news. The Internal Revenue Service is now accepting reduced settlements from taxpayers in trouble. A government program is in place to relieve overburdened taxpayers. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative, and if you qualify, you can end all collections, settle your tax issue, and possibly reduce the amount you owe by thousands of dollars. A new taxpayer emergency helpline has been set up by Tax Mediation Services. Call the helpline now at 877-207-2077. See if you qualify to have all collections ended and to have your tax problems resolved for thousands less. If you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes to the IRS that you cannot afford to pay, call now to see if you qualify for the Fresh Start Initiative. 877-207-2077. 877-207-2077. 877-207-2077.
You've tuned in to KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind.
Welcome to the 90 Degree Show, the sports center for college marching bands, where we recap the ultimate battles from this weekend. And now, here's our host, the Phantom Podcaster himself, Joe Beard.
All right, everyone, welcome. Welcome to the 90 Degree Show. I'm your host, Joe Beard, and happy to be of service for you. We appreciate all those listening through iTunes, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, our website, our blog, or if you're watching us on Twitch TV or KCAA Radio's website, or if you're listening to us on 1050 AM, 102.3 FM and 106.5 FM. Welcome to the show. At the end of the broadcast, if you decide you like the show, then we appreciate a donation to the network, if you feel so in your heart, of course. Just simply go to themarchingpodcast.com and click on the donate button to help improve the show and help build our scholarship fund. All right, this podcast is presented to you by Block Band Music and Publishing, SAY Marketing and Promotions, and blockusup.com. We hope you enjoy the show. All right. First, I want to give a shout out to all the people again that donated to our cause and all the people that gave support so we can be on this platform. Thank you very much. And we welcome you to the show. I want to say hello to our outstanding panel of experts, two soon-to-be doctors, as we speak things into existence. First, I want to say hello to Miss Christy Walker. How are you doing this evening, Christy?
I'm doing well. Happy to be here.
Outstanding. Appreciate you being here. And also, last but not least, I want to say hello to Miss Bridget Bell. How are you doing in this podcast?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing tonight, Joe?
I'm doing pretty good. And
Hey.
Right in the nick of time.
Right in the nick of time.
Right in the nick of time. The illustrious Rashad Waters, owner and founder of Block Band Music and Publishing. What's going on tonight, man?
What's happening, man? I guess some people weren't too happy about my comments last week, tried to hack into my computer or something. What's going on, man? Skype was just crazy, man, but hey, we shall overcome, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad to see you on. Glad to see you guys.
Again, Joe, we can't see you. Where are you?
I'm here. I can see y'all. We'll probably...
You have to log into the website. You can see them.
Oh, okay, good. There you go, Bridget. Appreciate that. Okay, good. So, yeah, I know I saw her waving.
You got your Marching Force jacket on? Is that what it is?
That's what it is. No doubt. Got to represent here. Boom,
That's why Skype wasn't trying to let you on.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. It's amazing.
Come on, first time Honda.
Probably some Norfolk State computer science people up in this piece.
Well, glad to have y'all on. And yeah, we will definitely get into that tonight because... Dang, I guess I'm the only one left out. Is everybody else going to be at the A&T, Hampton, and Morgan? All three of y'all?
Morgan's not in. Morgan's not in. We'll talk about it.
Oh, okay, we'll get into it.
Yeah, Morgan's not in. We'll talk about it, but Morgan's not in.
Okay, bet. Yeah. Okay, yeah, break me down. Appreciate that. Again, if you are...
are you going to be there?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I got a segment. On that.
We'll talk about that next February.
Yeah, we'll
right.
No. Right. But again, thanks you guys for welcoming to the show. We talk about the most intriguing battle of the weekend, and the phone lines are back. So again, you can call into the show at 888-909-1050 or 888-909-1050. Give us a call about what you thought about the Magic City Classic, pitting Alabama State Marching Hornets and the Alabama A&M Marching Maroon and White. This takes place in Birmingham at Legion Field. So I'm proud to say this field has special sentimental values for me. This was the first field I marched on with Jackson State. We played Bama State first in 97, and this was the last field that I marched on when we did the SWAC championship in 99. That was the last we lined up in Tiger Run On, and I had I was tearing up, you know what I'm saying? It was tight.
I hope you didn't trip like some of them folks at Jackson State.
Wow.
Wow. That's all right. That's all right.
Put you on Jackson State resume.
I know. That's all good. Y'all got plenty of jokes, so I guess it's gonna be a funny podcast. Also, we're going to talk about that great matchup, and we're gonna talk about a couple of things in the band world. We have the Magic City Classic Parade that was this weekend. We saw an article from the Philadelphia Tribune. I was like, wow, something about Philadelphia. We talk about that. And we already alluded to the great Honda Battle of the Bands, our Super Bowl, if you will. Shout out to the Skybox. I'm trying to be down. Look at
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Online. Hey, look, Rashad, he going to be online for Sky-Fi Box. Let me find out.
So I appreciate that, but yeah, again, thank you guys for being on the show. And again, really quick, last week I had my shirt on for the 90 Degree Show. This is just a little pub in the shirt. Shout out to Bill Cosby, where he used to wear like the black colleges on his show. So I'm doing that now. This is me. This is the Chopping It Up podcast. This is a podcast on the show where we interview outstanding individuals like my three co-hosts here, and giving young folks hope and also telling great stories. So you guys make sure you check out themarchingpodcast.com for our Chopping It Up podcast. All right, y'all. I think we are ready to get into the show. You can email the show at marchingpodcast@gmail.com, tweet us at marchingpodcast, or follow the blog4.themarchingpodcast.com. And let's go ahead and take our first break so we can hear from the outstanding supporters of the Marching Podcast Radio Network. And then we will come back from the break and get into the Magic City Classic. So we'll take a break. You guys take care, and don't do nothing crazy. And we'll be back right before you know it.
Your host, Joe Beard, and the 90 Degree Show will return in a moment.
This is Antonio Barino, Graduate Assistant Director, Assistant Arranger for the Alabama State University Mighty Marching Hornets, and you're listening to the Marching Podcast Radio Network.
Band directors, have you ever found yourselves in this situation? Showtime is quickly approaching. Your budget is quickly disappearing. Your music choices are narrowing. The equipment condition is wearing, and your stress level is mounting. Stop what you're doing and contact Block Band Music and find out how we've got you. Check www.blockbandmusic.com, providing music, equipment, gear, and accessories to show style, core style, and traditional bands worldwide.
The source for fair and factual information on your favorite college bands, blockusup.com. Well-written articles, in-depth band performance analysis, helpful resources for band directors, fun band-related topics, and exclusive interviews with some of today's brightest and most talented leaders of college marching bands. Visit us at blockusup.com, the meeting place for band fans and band directors.
And now, more of the 90 Degree Show with your host, Joe Beard.
guys. Welcome back to the show. You are listening to Bama State as they, what's that song? Is that Send
Location.
Me Your Location? Well, I'm about to break it down, boy. Y'all get me excited on here. That was tight.
Talented over there.
I know, right? So, yeah, that was Bama State, as you heard, and welcome back to the show. So we are ready to talk about the great Magic City Classic. And again, thank you for listening. So we'll go ahead in our usual roundabout way. Christy, what did you think? What did you think about the Magic City Classic 2017?
Well, I'm gonna start off by saying that unfortunately, I've never been to a Magic City Classic live. I heard it is like a pilgrimage that you have to make in the band world. So hopefully next year I'll get to catch it. But I have plenty of friends from both schools, so this is what I saw. I have my little trusty notes here, analysis, but it'll do, I guess. So from the clips that I saw, and I tried to find a clip of Alabama A&M facing us, and I'm talking about halftime show. So I tried to find a clip of Alabama A&M facing the camera, but I didn't. I couldn't find one. Maybe I was just looking at in the wrong place. But I will say overall that even though what I saw from Alabama A&M, they had their back to me, they sounded excellent. I was very pleased with that, but I'm going to get into that just a little bit. So, this is a big rivalry between the schools. So, trash talk is at an all-time high. And Alabama A&M at the beginning, they brought out Bam Bam, that guy that says, like the lady, those videos, Let 'em March.
Let 'em march. Yeah.
Let 'em march. So they brought him out, and that was really funny. But the thing that I find with Alabama A&M is that they have gimmicks. I mean, they have, and I don't think there's anything wrong with having a gimmick, but sometimes the gimmicks go over well and sometimes they don't. Mm-hmm. And I was not there, so I may be wrong with the crowd, but I didn't feel like the majority of the crowd got the joke. I got the joke because I know about the videos, and I'm sure there's a pocket of people that definitely knew about it too, but maybe not. Maybe that might just be my interpretation. But yeah, I saw their drill from the back, but I could hear woodwinds even with them not even facing me, so I feel like that's the sign of a balanced band. And they had a very clean sound to me, and this is even from the back. They did a Flag Girl feature. They did Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was fine. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of Flag Girl features. Maybe it's because I'm used to Golden Delight, who does both flags and dancing, but the song sounded well, but I feel like the vast majority of people in the audience, they could really care less about flags unless they're changing them every couple measures, but that's whatever. Then they had the Dancing Divas. They danced to Under Pressure by Boyz II Men, and they did a good job. Nothing out of ordinary to me. Then Alabama A&M went to Double Time, and their announcer was like, "This is a real dance band." I'm not sure how I feel about that, but and because I'm not a huge fan of dance routines, it's just not my thing. But overall, they had a very balanced sound. Then Alabama State went on, and they were facing me, but I was not really impressed with their sound. I felt like, they just weren't balanced to me. I felt like the trumpets were trying to carry the weight of the band.
They was trying to crank. They was trying to crank.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
They was trying to crank. They was trying to start cranking.
Joe, he's trying to get you started.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I felt like the trumpets were trying to do most of the work. Planet Rock, they played Planet Rock as a drill piece. Let me go back. Their fanfare, I felt like the trumpets were taking things up an octave just because. And that's kind of a pet peeve of mine. I mean, I feel like taking things up an octave, it's needed sometimes, but when people are taking things up an octave just to take things up an octave, I didn't think that worked. So back to Planet Rock. They did Planet Rock is the drill piece. I had never heard Planet Rock being somebody's drill piece. I noticed that they were playing dotted half notes instead of whole notes. So they were doing and yeah, it's like.
Chrissy, are you talking about Alabama State?
I thought you were talking about A&T.
Oh.
Girl, you should
have that even on the map for one. You be happy on the map, okay? Okay, and we gonna get our hands a little later, cause I got work for that. I got work for that.
I'm sorry, you were saying.
You know what? I'm gonna dial that back only because I have respect for Mr. Smart. Rest in peace. But I got something for that. But anyway, so the dance girls did Push It. They did a good job by Salt and Pepper. One girl was even dancing, and she, I guess her arms got caught up in the jacket.
Yeah.
She had to, like, throw it off, and I was like, okay, good, you played it off. Like, you do what you gotta do.
Right.
They went to the dance routine. The tubas were splatting to me. I wrote down tubas, a lot of splatting. The crowd seemed to like their dance routine better. The honeybees were good. They're typical honeybees, except for a wardrobe malfunction. And let me just say this.
Several.
Yes, let me just say this. As a woman who is heavily endowed in that area, I'm going to need some proper support for the girls, okay? I'm just gonna need that, because what I saw on there, just because you big, it's no excuse. You can get fitted, go to Lane Bryant, get you a bra fitting. It's no excuse. They got sizes all the way up. There's no excuse for. Oh God, it was the most.
Knocked yourself unconscious.
Yeah, basically, and trust me, I'm in that crew. I feel it 100%, but no. So anyway, yeah, but the honeybees routine was good. So, both of the shows, I would definitely put the W for Alabama A&M. But for the fifth, I was pretty much bored. Alabama State was just playing for this. They were just splatting. I wasn't impressed with Alabama State this year, but I'm gonna give the floor to Bridget and Rashad. So I don't want to take up too much of the time, but that's just basically what I saw, in my opinions.
Yeah, that's what's up, Christy, because I agree with pretty much everything you said. I don't know about, like, the big girl thing. Like, I don't know as far as, like, the wardrobe. I thought they were supposed to be tight because it was supposed to grab attention from, like, way up in the
but some of them were. Some of them were together, but the girls in the back, they were having some issues. They were having some Janet Jackson moments.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, see, I didn't dig that deep because a lot of times I'm listening to the sound, but I always like the honeybees. I'm still kind of, like, juggling if they're a gimmick or not. And I know we've talked about that, like, in previous podcasts about, like, gimmicks or, like, what you could do, like, singing. Like, don't even get me started about singing. But honeybees, I liked them, especially after the Bama State style on TV. I felt like I connected with them because I actually got to see them on TV. But now, Christy, what you said pretty much about A&M, I was excited. Y'all can go check out Chopping It Up with Ira Coleman. We actually did an interview with him, and JP laughed some. So it's Ira Coleman is Bam Bam, and his mama is JP laughed some. I don't know how I felt about her screaming on the mic like that. And like you said, I was looking for some crowd to be like, like go crazy. But I didn't hear that. And I did hear some boos because, there was that issue with Tuskegee. They made some Tuskegee folks was mad because, it wasn't his fault. But I don't know if you guys know, but Tuskegee had a uniform. Somebody had a yard sale. And they had the uniform out there, I think either selling it or on display. And it was like, wow, how do you have a uniform? So, of course, he was there like anybody else, like, hey, here, a uniform. And then a lot of folks, like, went crazy. A lot of folks got mad about it. So we'll get into that Sure, but a little bit later. But yeah, I love Bam Bam. That's my boy. Shout out to Ira Coleman and JP last some. Bridget, what did you think about halftime?
Okay, I'm gonna actually start from their entrance. So Alabama State, first of all, I'm an Alabama girl. Everybody know Alabama is originally home for us. I'm an Alabama girl, and so Alabama State was probably one of the first college bands that I knew of besides Morgan. So, and I have a little affinity for them. However, so let's start with their march. They do this little slow march in. So it takes them forever to get in the stands. It would drive me bonkers as a director, but okay, y'all do this. Y'all do your thing. So I want to give a shout out to the Stingettes. The Stingettes be on it. Okay. I have to give them props. When I say costume, style, giving it to the crowd. Come on, ladies, you are slaying. Good job. But then the band plays. And it's a whole nother situation. So but then the band plays. Okay, so let me go outside of the realm first. I'm gonna give some free advice, okay? one of my side hustles was being a wedding coordinator at one point. I was doing that on the side. And one thing I've learned, that a good photographer is never seen, but is able to manage to get some good footage. Can I tell you, the photographers all over the field drove me crazy watching the footage. Like when I say they were like running in between the show, they about to get run over. Photographers, I know you're trying to get good footage, but can y'all get out the way? We have to figure out something, but it's really distracting to the show. So I'm going to start with Alabama State. Shout out to Coach Don Hill-Ely from Morgan State. He's now the head coach there. That's like my favorite coach. So shout out to him and his team. Anyway, moving forward. So
the most.
Alabama State started with their band director coming out. I think it's every band director's dream. In our heart of hearts, every band director, we think we still got it. We do. We're teaching and we think we can still do it. So their director got out there. He did his thing. You know what? I'm going to tell you, I gave him props. I was smiling. That made me feel good. But then the band started to play. And it's so funny that we even having this conversation, because I'm on the Ratchet Uncut board. Most time I just watch. Every once in a while I'll say something. So today somebody was like, there's no technicality or something like that in playing whole notes and then breathing. So one of Alabama State directors, I think he is Antonio Barino, yes, I'm calling you out, was like, I'm glad we don't have that problem. Oh, bruh, let me tell you. So I posted the clip and was like, start at 158. I just want you to watch your horns and baritones. That whole note breathing, they sounded terrible on the field. Let me just be honest, and I'm just going to call it what it is. Then I'm going to skip forward. The show was what it was. You know, it was Alabama State. I love their drum majors. Shout out to the drum majors. I love Alabama State drum majors. Besides J5, I think they're my next favorite drum majors. I like FAMU's drum majors too. I need to skip ahead to the honeybees. I feel like bands who use gimmicks, shout out to Howard, they use them because they suck. I'm going to call it what it is. Honeybees are a gimmick. Notice you don't see them. Notice you don't see them in the stands. They come out do the big girl. It's the big girl routine.
Right.
The uniforms they had on were horrible. I mean, when I say every long line girdles, ladies, and bras, yes. If you're going to do it well. But can I tell you, I was formerly a big girl, I feel kind of embarrassed for them. And they try to make it on the Bama State style show, whatever, try to make it seem like, oh, they're an integral part of the program. No, they're not. They're a gimmick. That's why when you look in the stands, the Stingettes are giving it to them, and the flags are doing way too much. They're in the stands also, but you don't see the honeybees. I kept looking at the footage. I was like, I don't see them. I was like, okay. So let me go to Alabama A&M. So in the band world, we do this thing of playing for the other band and playing for the band crowd. And a lot of times we lose the audience. So Christy, when you talked about the Bam Bam thing, I got it and I laughed because I've been following Bam Bam. Mm-hmm. However, the crowd was like, ha ha ha, a couple of chuckles, but they didn't get it. And yes, Joe, she was yelling in that microphone. I was like, if they don't take that microphone from her yelling, it kind of drove me crazy. And it kind of was like, okay, why is she yelling? I don't get it. So for the band world, some of us got it, but for a lot of people, they didn't. So we have to learn to perform to entertain the entire crowd, not just the band world. We do that. We spend a whole fourth quarter doing sectional battles. Why? The crowd don't get it. Why are we playing? We're playing for each other. That's when we lose the crowd. It drives me crazy. So the Bam Bam thing was okay. Alabama A&M, I think, have the better sound. If I close my eyes, I'm gonna close my eyes now, and if I was watching the battle while my eyes were closed, I would think I was watching a MEAC band and a SWAC band. Alabama A&M have a very much more of a MEAC sound, which for me it's okay. No, it's not that ugly cranking word. But they have a better overall sound, I can say. But they're also like Cookman. They're very forgettable. What they did, I will never remember. I've seen Alabama A&M countless times, and I remember saying, I can't tell you what they did or, how great they were. It's nothing memorable about their show. Once again, that's what it was at Magic City Classic. It was just like, oh, okay, you sound pretty nice, but you leave me hanging. Sidebar for Alabama A&M, can you please get someone to stop buying Walmart uniforms for your dancers and putting the little sequence stuff on them? Those dancer uniforms have to go. I don't care if you go to the Algae catalog. I really don't care where they go at this point, but they keep doing this. So when they come into the stand, they have these tank top and like leggings things on. Those things look terrible. And I know they got the funding. You just got some very nice new drums, some other things. Come on. We got to do better for our ladies because it's not becoming to their style. The fifth quarter was boring, Christy. I agree. Alabama A&M tried to actually play musicality-wise. I'll give it to Alabama A&M. Alabama State, I don't get it. I just don't. There's a struggle there. I think they're trying to be Southern. Once again, that's one of the bands that's trying to be Southern, and that's not you. That's not your style. Figure out your style. Figure out who you are. You're not Southern. So let's not do that anymore.
Well,
can I say something really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
You made me think about something, Bridget. This is for both bands. This may be controversial, but I'm gonna just say it. I do not like double time rattling. I like it when FAMU does it. I feel like when other bands double time that's not FAMU, it's basically rattling. I don't care if you call it double timing. I don't care if you call it fast marching. Don't care. It's rattling. It's all rattling to me. That's all I got to say.
Is A&M director from FAMU? Is he a FAMU guy?
No, he went to Alabama A&M, and he's a Bruss, Christy. Carlton Wright. He the Bruss. He the Bruss. But yeah, and yes, right. He went to Hampton and graduate school, and that's went with Donovan Wells, and he was up there with Barney Smart. So it's like a dream team up there at Hampton at the time.
And Kevin Davenport.
And Kevin Davenport, yep, who also works with Tennessee
we had Davenport
State
for a minute.
So yeah, I actually thought very similar to you, Bridget, about A&M. I still think that A&M has a really good sound. Like even when they get loud, like Fortissimo, I think that's the double F joint. They actually sound really good.
You think?
Did you say double F joint? See, well, Jackson State grads. What you say?
I mean, because we have flavor. I don't want to go to
cranking though. Y'all know that word's cranking. But you don't know Fortissimo, but you know cranking.
Hold up now. Hold up. But
she's just firing shots today.
I know, but we are cooking. But I was gonna say once we talk about Honda, I wanted to talk about Morgan because I saw a couple of clips of Morgan and they was cranking. So, but real quick, they was cranking. I thought so. But I think that Alabama A&M has a definite SWAC sound. You can just hear all the levels. I've yet to hear a MEAC band get that loud. And I hope that they can fill up the stadium at the Honda.
Joe, you need to come to the East Coast, baby. You need to come to the East Coast. You've been on the West Coast too long.
You know what? Let me take you back to your Johnson C. Smith roots.
Oh,
let's bring it back. You repping the CI.
That was first. That was at first. I was going through some identity crises.
Love the Bulls. Now you better love the Bulls. How about that?
That's all right. Y'all know too much about me. So yeah, we just gonna go on. But no, for real. I thought that I agree with you, Bridget. I thought the A&M sounded really, really good. And
I don't know about really, but they sounded better than State.
Well, they did, but I think Alabama State has cleaned up their sound because Alabama A&M sounds so good. Like, they sound better than what they've done in the past. Like, I felt that they were kind of mushy, and like you said, they have tried to be like Southern a lot. But I felt like they cleaned up their sound. Bama State sounded better than what they sounded like since we've been doing the podcast. I'm looking at the clock. So, Rashad, go ahead and tell me, man, what did you think about halftime and the fifth?
Let's do it. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started here with Alabama State. Let me see here. They came out with their band director. That was really exciting to me. So, Bridget, I'm right there with you because the band director was right there with the other drum majors. I mean, I'm not gonna say he didn't miss a beat, but he was pretty much right there with them, man.
Right.
And like you, that definitely got me excited. They went from there and they started with their fanfare, and they started with you can hate me now, which is of course derived from Carmina Burana. Mm-hmm. I don't know what was going on there. It didn't sound anything like Carmina Burana. It didn't sound like You Can Hate Me Now. It just wasn't right at all. And then they did that build up. You can hate me now, and then they went into something else. It's perfectly okay to start with that and then go into something else. But you can't build it up and say, you can hate me now, and really build up the fact that we're playing You Can Hate Me Now and not go into You Can Hate Me Now. That just kind of really took away from me from there. From there, they went into a what I call a get there drill. So basically, they just kind of got there.
Yes.
You know, it's not like when you see Bethune-Cookman, like they're all going through a patterns in motion. They just kind of got there and made hip hop on the field. But it was cool. I think the energy level was still doing great, and then they did a dance right there in the middle of forming hip hop on the field, which I also thought was great. Then they went into Push It, and I was like, man, that was so exciting how they got into that. And when the girls came out there with the uniforms on, the crowd was going crazy, and I was very, very excited to see it. I thought it was up to this point, I thought the show was very energetic. I think I got on them last year where I said that, that was a decent show that you guys did, but it really wasn't a show that was meant for the Magic City Classic. You're supposed to bring your best. But to me, I felt like as far as energy was concerned, they definitely did bring their best. And again, hats off to the young lady that was able to just throw her jacket off and keep it moving. That was
great.
Great.
Be dancing hard. Them girls be going forward. They dance hard.
I got some issues with the arrangement itself a little bit, like the 2/8 notes in the baritone part that just kept going at the beginning. I was like, what is that about? It's not really bringing anything to the song at all. You probably could have used that better to just bring out the melody. But when they harmonized it, that was cool. All right, so up until this point, they sound okay, but the energy level was great. They got into the dance routine, and to me, this show just died. For me personally, this show died right there. When they got into Hypnotize, it just killed the energy. And the other things that they played, the energy just died. And for me, I just don't think the dance routine was put together very well. You guys know I'm the owner of a company where we do arrangements, and that's one thing that we talk about quite heavily is how to put together a good dance routine, how to put songs together. One of the things that happened there is that they would only play like just the smallest snippet of the intro of a song and then start dancing. Mm-hmm. And so therefore all the energy that you get from the horns coming at you completely lost. I mean, they're a big band with a big sound. They didn't take advantage of that type of sound at all during their dance routine. All they did was dance. By the way, if you compare that to Alabama A&M, just to jump into them for a second, they played a lot more during the dance routine, which to me kept the energy going a lot better. Let's get into the honeybees real quick. I like the flips that the girls did when they came out. The flips were pretty good. I would agree with the uniforms as far as I liked them better wearing it in black. I think it's just a lot more, I don't know, it just looks better. But I do wonder if they practice in those uniforms, because if you notice, the girl that was having the most major wardrobe malfunction was one of the girls that did the flip at the beginning. So, if she practiced in something else and then put on this uniform and then went out there and flipped without ever having tried the flip, I can kind of see how stuff just might go kind of everywhere. So that was Alabama State. I kind of thought, as far as their show was concerned, I really saw the energy just really high, and then it just boom, it just plummeted at the end. When it comes to Alabama A&M, it was very hard for me to compare because I did find, Bridget, a video where you were able to see them from the front. However, this video was very different. This person was getting multiple different angles. They even had a camera on the trombone. And you could see the camera moving back and forth because it was on the end of the slide.
Oh, wow.
So for me, it was kind of hard to judge his comparison because when he would zoom out, you could see the band doing moves. But then when you would get right there with the band, you could really see them marching and really dancing, and it brought a lot more energy. So it was hard to compare. Also, it was hard to compare the sound because I really wasn't sure how much of the sound that I was hearing was filtered at all. But there was a significant difference in the sound. It was like night and day between Alabama State and Alabama A&M. I mean, Alabama A&M, for what I could tell on that video, they had a very, very clean sound. As a matter of fact, and I'll get into them when we get into the fifth quarter, they sounded significantly better on the field than they did in the fifth quarter. It's like they didn't take the fifth quarter seriously at all. So let me get into this. I didn't like Bam Bam coming out there at the beginning. I don't know. I thought it sounded to me like they were kind of making fun of the other band director that came out and started the show. I didn't know what was going on. The lady was yelling. I know who that was. I didn't realize what was going on. Dude was coming off the field. And yes, I don't agree. I agree that the crowd just was like, what happened right there? I thought the drill song was cool. Looked good. Under Pressure by Boyz II Men. Is that song really that popular? Really? I mean, I've just heard so many swipe bands play that song. I just wonder, was it really that big a song? Because I don't think Under Pressure was really that big a song. But they sounded good playing it.
Well, neither was Never Satisfied.
Here's my problem. Exactly. Let me go back to whatever the drill song was. I saw it coming, man. I saw it coming, and I need bands to stop doing this. They were lining up into position, and here comes the chorus. Here comes the chorus. Everybody's standing still. We're about to do the chorus, and rotation. That is the complete opposite of the way that really should be done. And I've been saying that for year after year after year after year. The most important part of the song is the chorus. So during the chorus, let's get all the sound facing us. Let's do all the rotations and everything else that you want to do during the verse. But during the chorus, boom, let me hear it instead of let's take the sound, the part that everybody knows, and take it during the side. They went from there to Can We Talk? Man, that was a beautiful transition into that. And I love how it flowed. Started with the baritones, transitions to the trumpets. Man, they have some great kind of soloist type of stuff going on with the trumpets. The melody got buried later on, but other than that, I thought it was a fantastic arrangement. My hat's off to them. Great job on that. Dancer team. Again, I liked Alabama A&M's dancer team much better than State's. I felt that their dancer team was put together better. Came out and started doing his thing again, but it was better this time because he came out there and did the drum major thing and went down. It's like, okay, that was cool, that worked, until the lady started yelling again. And then it was too much because then they brought out the cops and they arrested him and had him on the ground.
I like that
personally, I was not feeling them arresting him and putting him on the ground. In this day and age, I just don't want to see another black man on the ground.
I was about to say that. Thank you.
And it was too much. They should have just had him do his drum major thing and run off the field because it started to distract away from the show.
Yeah.
Overall, I thought Alabama A&M's show wasn't the greatest show I've seen. It was kind of meh, but it was executed very well. It just wasn't very exciting, but it was enough to me to be better than A&M's show. So, quick, let's go to the fifth quarter.
Well, Rashad, we about to go to break. Yeah, we about to go to break. Then we'll come back from the break. But yeah, appreciate what you guys thought about the halftime show. Let's go ahead and pay the bills, like they say, and then we'll come back with more of the 90 Degree Show.
Pay the bills.
You took all my time.
Your host, Joe Beard, and the 90 Degree Show will return in a moment.
Hello, this is Dr. Carl Dares from Vanderbilt University, a proud Bulldog from Alabama A&M, and you are listening to the Marching Podcast Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. This is Joe Beard from the Marching Podcast. Is your school, club, or organization looking for high-quality decorated apparel to outfit your students, staff, club, or team? Tired of the same old boring white t-shirt? Are you in charge of the upcoming fundraiser or special event, but don't really have time to troll the internet for ideas or compare products? SAY can help with design and product selection. We can even assist with ideas on conducting an effective fundraising program. SAY can help you save time and get your message heard. So call 1-800-975-3156. SAY Marketing and Promotions.
Give your brand a voice.
The Marching Podcast Network is a network of podcasts with a purpose to inspire, educate, and show positive images in our community. Our network produces podcasts about college marching bands, business, health, finances, college preparation, spirituality, instrumentation development, along with one-on-one interviews with strong role models in our community. Looking for a podcast network that educates and inspires to make our world a better place? Then listen to us. Check out our website at themarchingpodcast.com. Tweet us at Marching Podcast or follow our blog at blog4.themarchingpodcast.com. The Marching Podcast, changing the world through positive interaction.
And now, more of the 90 Degree Show with your host, Joe Beard.
All right, everyone, we are back. You are listening to Alabama A&M with "Stay Woke." I know that song. I'll be singing that song too, y'all. I'll be staying woke.
No, that's Redbone.
Redbone.
Oh yeah, my bad. I was just testing y'all to see if y'all knew, if y'all was up to date. but they say stay woke, right? They say that. Okay, yeah. Shout out to dude, because I watched that show Atlanta. I got a little binge watching Atlanta. That's actually a good show. So real quick, I do want to fit in about the Honda. Why y'all laughing? I do want to talk about the Honda. The clock just be rolling, man. You know what I'm saying?
Does.
And I can't help it, man. But I know that I think we all agreed maybe Alabama A&M sounded better than Alabama State. I liked it just because I recognized a lot of the songs that was going on back and forth from the fifth. But I do want to get into real quick about the Magic City Parade. There was an article on the Philadelphia Tribune about Talladega. They were not marching in that parade this year. And I think there was no college band that actually performed in the parade.
Alabama A&M Bandits, they were in the parade.
Oh,
they
wow.
did show up because it was raining, but they did come.
Okay. So yeah, thank you. I did see there they said that it was like some construction issues or something like that. But another thing that tripped me out was they basically said they feel that they got slighted because of the inauguration and them going to perform. Also, last time I checked, they had raised like $500,000, and this article said they had raised they almost raised $1 million to go. So real quick, and then I do want to ask you guys about the Honda. Christy, will go real fast. What did you think about the article? What did you think about Talladega and marching? Because we love some Talladega. What did you think about Talladega and the parade?
Talladega wears me down. I just can't with them. I can't. I mean, okay, they don't have a football team, so they got to find opportunities to perform other than like Mardi Gras, Crankfest, and the Queen City and Honda if they get asked. I'm over them. I'm over them and they're entitled. Like, they really need to stay in their lane. Like, why are you complaining about a parade that your school has no involvement in? I just don't get that. Oh, they wear me down. They wear me down.
They're busy trying to be the third leg. They want to be the third leg. That's why.
It tripped me out though, because I mean, I thought about Miles because I love me some Miles. Shout out to Brother Snipes. But yeah, I don't think Miles.
Brother Snipes ain't listening.
I don't know if they've ever tried to be in the parade. But yeah, it tripped me out. Yeah, Bridget, thanks for letting me know about that article because it was a good read. But it did trip me out.
Talladega has been in the last 5 years, but the inside intel says that their application has been late the last few years, and they was like, not this year. But not only that, you have to think about. So your application is late, so sit down. Number one. Number two, think about this. A lot of high school bands come from all over to be a part of that parade. That's major recruitment time for Alabama A&M and Alabama State. Nobody gonna make you a third leg. Come on now. Come on here. You're trying to be the third leg, so I would kick you out of the parade too. You have nothing going on here. You're the parade band. Go find another parade. Go do something else. But this is not your time. It's Magic City classes about Alabama A&M and Alabama State. So Talladega is sit thee down. Have several seats. Several seats.
Rashad,
like,
what
really.
you think, man?
I don't even really have anything to say about that. I mean, is it really that big a deal? I don't even know.
When you don't have a football team, it's a big deal.
$1 million.
I will say this though. I disagree with you guys from before. I thought that Alabama State was the better band during the fifth quarter.
Oh, okay.
We learned about that during the pronouncers.
Well, that's what's up.
But
y'all
to say about this parade thing.
Yeah, y'all definitely make sure you check out the Marching Podcast for the Prunalysis that coming out this year. All right, y'all. So here we are, and callers, if you would like to call in, 888-909-1050. We got the Honda 2018. It's going to be in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Y'all holler at Christy to try to get in the skybox. You know what I'm saying? A little national pub there. So the 8 bands, and y'all help me because Jackson State ain't in it. Here. Yes. So we got
the right list. You have the right list, Christy.
I got. Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Yeah, right. Cause I thought Morgan was going,
and a certain school ain't on it.
No, we not, and it's fine. That's perfectly fine.
So Hampton will be there. Shout out to Rashad. Happy for Hampton.
Very happy, very proud.
A&T is gonna be there, right?
Yes.
Okay, then we got the 2 bands we talking about now, Bama State and Alabama A&M to be a little rematch in there. So that's 4. Who is the last 4, Christy?
Okay, I got my list right here.
Okay.
Bethune-Cookman.
Okay.
Miles, Prairie View A&M. Excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. And Tennessee State.
Which band were you allergic to?
Hampton.
Oh. Must have been. You can't handle it. That's why they kicked you out of the city.
Okay.
Whatever. I could have gone to Hampton. I'm from Hampton, Virginia. I got accepted to Hampton.
Oh, I did too. I did too. I don't want to tell me what happened. All right. So all right, y'all. So check this out. Who do you think is going to give the best performance? I'll go around. Christy, who you think?
I think it's gonna toss up, and perhaps A&T.
Okay, Bridget, what do you think?
Chick-fil-A. There's a Chick-fil-A in the arena. It's Chick-fil-A and Tennessee State. I'm giving it to Tennessee State. Fix your face, Christy. Wow. Fix it right now.
You are full of sodium, my friend.
Actually, look, let me go on record. Let me go on record. First of all, shout out. Let me go on record right now because y'all gonna throw that. Oh, they're salty. Really, I am not salty at all. Yes, I would have liked to see, for the sake of Melvin Miles, I would like to have seen Morgan State a part of it. Because we know that, he's approaching retirement soon, and this would have been a great way to go out. I'm not sure how many more years he has. But, Salty, I congratulate every band that's there. I think for the last 2 years, Morgan have even cared about going. You have to realize we're in winter zone up here. So planning to march and practice up here in the winter is not like a big thrill and thrill. You know, I think everybody wanted, just because it's time for one, Morgan, go ahead, get on the stage, but two, for Melvin Miles' sake. So congratulations to the bands. However, I will say, from what I've seen this year, Tennessee State is going to take the house.
Yeah,
everything, and Tennessee State has never been on my radar. Big shout out to Reginald McDonald, because when I say he's done a fantastic job with that program, let me throw a little shade. If your band doesn't have TBS and KK side, I usually don't check you. I don't check for you. That's just me. That's me. Chrissy, fix your face. I'm sorry, but that's really because I didn't know anybody in the program, so I've never really followed Tennessee State to the last few years. When I met Mr. McDonald, I met him at Midwest. And so once I met him, I was like, oh, okay. And so he's really nice, really personable. Then I've been watching the growth of that band. Tennessee State has been giving it this year. We got to give them their props. Everything I've seen about them, I'm on it. You know, they're really on it. So I'll give it to them. I think Miles College will have a nice little crowd wow factor. They'll do something nice. A&T always puts on a nice show. I'll give A&T their props. Hampton is definitely coming in as the underdog, but Thomas Jones is not going to let them come in looking a mess. So I'm thinking every band is going to represent well. So that's why I'm looking forward to a great Honda. You know, people think because whenever Jackson State isn't in it or Southern, they think it's going to be a whack Honda. No.
Yes.
That's discrediting all the other bands, and I won't discredit the other bands. They've done a fantastic job. Perry View, everyone that's there, I'm looking forward to seeing this year.
Let me say this. There's a couple of things. There's just one thing I got to jump in. I'm sorry. And it's not that I disagree with you, Bridget. I think, first of all, Bethune-Cookman is going to put me to sleep. I'm over them. Secondly, I kind of wish Hampton was going next year instead of this year, because Thomas just got there. I mean, I guess I can understand it from a recruiting standpoint. You know, it's a recruiting standpoint, visibility. You know, Hampton's a great institution. You know, the visibility I think is going to be good for him, and maybe, he just got there. Like, I really want him to get his feet wet. Like, he didn't even have the last recruiting season. Like, he started in August or maybe July. You know, right. I don't think that's fair. And I don't think, I wish it was next year, and maybe they'll get to go next year. That'll be good too, you know. But I just wish he had one more year, or maybe even two. Like, I agree with that,
Christy.
All right, y'all. We got 3 minutes left. Rashad, go ahead, man. We got 3 minutes.
Christy, for one time, like in 2017, I'm going to 100% agree with you. I mean, I got my fourth stuff on, but I do really wish the Hampton was going next year, so they could have had more time in order to get.
I agree.
However, you know, Thomas to me was really a huge part of what has made A&T so great over the last few years. And now you've taken that and transplanted it to another university. So it's going to be interesting to see what Hampton pulls out of their hat this year with Thomas at the helm. So the bands I'm really going to be looking for, I'm going to be looking at A&T, of course, and I'll be looking at Hampton.
Okay, that's outstanding. I like Alabama A&M myself, but I like Tennessee State too. I think that, and then especially because Mario Warren, he's actually the assistant director. I think he went there to Tennessee State. So a lot of that sound of the not so much cranking, you know, the overall sound. Tennessee State definitely has it. They definitely on that border, if you will. So right at the end, we're at the end of the show, guys. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor or a patron to the Marching Podcast, please contact the show. We'll give you the criteria so we can start to pub your business using our platform. I really appreciate what we talked about tonight. We definitely should be talking about more. Y'all check in, and we're gonna have like maybe some Oprah cuts. You know how Oprah be doing after the show. You know.
I thought you were giving stuff away.
Oh yeah, that'll be the bomb if we had some stuff to give away. But yes, really agreed with a lot of what we said, and really excited that we have the rest of the year to talk about some stuff for the upcoming year.
Joe, can we give a shout out to all those who've been listening that came through on Facebook? There's several people who've been listening to the whole show. So shout out to you guys. We see you, Lamont and all the others. Thank you for listening.
Yes, because we all we got, and all of the band heads everywhere. We did this for y'all, and I appreciate it. So we got 1 minute left. I do want to say that Jackson State and Southern are the best probably bands, and you guys are missing out.
From?
I'm just playing. I just wanted to see y'all faces.
You better stop playing.
I know. But yeah, Jackson State, you guys check out the Sonic Boom of the South. You're just putting that out there. But yes, I think that A&T is probably going to have the best show overall. But I'm rooting for Hampton because, you know, Thomas Jones is the brus. He the brus, Christy. He the brus. So, yeah, I know I had to throw that in at the end because I knew I could get it.
A little bit.
All right, y'all. Well, thanks again for listening to the show. We love you.
Also one of these bros, too.
That's right. Oh, that's right. And I got my wedding ring on. I didn't have it on last week, so my wife was like, "Where's your wedding ring?" Shout out to my kids. I know. Shout out to Kennedy and Alonso. And I am here for it, like Christy said.
Hanging with bros.
I know. Yeah, don't tell nobody. We live. All right, y'all. I appreciate it. I'll holler at y'all next week.
Yeah, take care.
Bye.
And that's it for the 90 Degree